And for people joining or watching the recording, we are starting on a comfortable seat. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. On a comfortable seat. Maybe with the legs crossed. And maybe placing the palms on the knees, breathing in and out without controlling the breath just now, but just being a witness and observing your breath. And maybe establishing the Ujjayi breathing. So this oceanic breath. So breathing through the nose as you inhale and exhale. But maybe constricting the back of the throat so that you hear a sound. And maybe when you inhale, inflating the belly and guiding the air up to the chest and the throat. And then exhaling, imagining to send the air down through your chest, down to the belly. Navel goes in. And repeating like this, your Ujjayi breath. It doesn't need to be super loud, but maybe just start to, even now, to make the length of the inhales and exhales sort of equal. And in a moment, I'll guide you through a few samavriti, our equal part breaths, where I'll actually count from 1 to 4 for the inhales and exhales. And we'll keep it only counting to 4 for today. Sometimes we arrive up to 5 and 6. But we'll just keep it to 4 for today. And we'll do it in a moment. So just feel free to adjust your position if you'd like, or just stay where you are, watching your breath, your Ujjayi breathing. And then in a moment, we'll take a deep, conscious breath in through the nose, inhaling, and exhale. And we'll begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep conscious breath in through the nose and exhaling out. And just coming back to your normal breath, observing the breath. Establish the witness one more time. And just know that in a moment, I'll guide you through another technique that we call Kapalabhati. And normally we do Kapalabhati or normally it's done in a quite fast way, but today I'd like us to start slower, and then maybe we can add a few. We can make it faster, basically. But just know that I'll guide you through this technique where we will exhale kind of forcefully and repeatedly, and then the inhalation will come in a passive way. So basically, we'll contract the abdomen and exhale forcefully, like forcing the air out like this through the nose. And we want to do it not so fast today. So maybe it will be something like this. Inhale and then exhale again. And maybe just trying out and then relax, and then we'll start in a moment and we'll do it for 1 minute. So for now, just taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breath in, and then we'll begin. Exhale. 2, 3, exhaling 4, 5, 6, and continuing at your own pace. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back to your normal Ujjayi breathing. This breath is cleansing breath. Can help us with digestion and also to build some heat into the body. And when you're ready, slowly coming back to your normal breath. And taking one more deep conscious breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And we'll do one more inhale and then Kapalabhati once more, this bit faster this time. So like this. Finding a medium pace. If at any time you feel dizzy or you need to come back to your normal breath, feel free to do so. I won't keep you long anyway. When you're ready, deep inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Coming back to your normal breath, just observing the breath, maybe noticing any sensation and in any area of your body. And just breathing normally. Today, we started with this cleansing breath because I'd like us to think of a theme that's non-attachment. And so non-attachment, we can view it in many different ways, but it can also mean doing some cleaning, maybe not be attached to to some of the objects that we have, and clean our wardrobes. Maybe cleaning the mind as well, not being attached to some ideas, some plans that we had. I, for example, was planning many different things in the past few weeks, but instead I had to postpone them. But this doesn't mean that that time was wasted, or maybe some other opportunities came out, some opportunities maybe to slow down, to read a bit of books that were waiting. And maybe that's the same for you. This theme of Aparigraha is also something that we can practice on the mat, not being attached to visuals and cues. So I'll guide you through that in a moment. But for now, just taking a deep breath in through the nose and open mouth, release, let it go. Release also the shoulders, relax the neck, letting go here as well of any tension in the body, especially those muscles that don't need to be engaged right now. And when you're ready, we'll start in a child's pose. So, so the toes are touching, sitting back, and at the same time, extending the arms forward, reaching forward with the fingertips, allowing the forehead to touch the ground. Maybe allowing the elbows to touch the ground as well. And just breathing, just letting go. Also, the techniques that we did before, all the Kapalabhati, this forceful exhales, it may feel quite intense for some of us. But we are in child's pose right now. Maybe we can practice our Ujjayi breathing. So even now, even with these techniques, can you just let them go, let them fade away, and just be present where you are. And when you're ready, walking the fingers close to your knees and placing the knees together, tucking the toes. So we're sitting on the heels, rising the arms out and up towards the ceiling, hands to prayer at your chest. Deep inhale here, and deep exhale. One more time, inhale, arms out and up towards the ceiling. And then from here, turning to the right side. So twisting and sending the right arm back. Inhale, rising up. And turning to the other side, whichever you didn't take before. Rising back up. One more time, both sides. Inhale as you twist. And coming back up. Relaxing the shoulders and twisting to the other side. Very nice. Coming back up with both arms, hands to prayer at your chest as you exhale. And then maybe now we need to flap to relax the feet. So if you want to make some noise, unless you have neighbors who will complain. And then coming to a tabletop position. As you inhale, drop the belly, look up for cow pose. As you exhale, look at your navel, rounding your spine like a cat. A few more like this, cat and cows. Inhale to drop the belly, look up, open your chest. And exhale, dome over your back. And following with your breath. And then when you're ready, coming back to a flat spine and moving in any way that feels comfortable with your spine and with your wrists as well. If you want to just warm up the wrists, but if it's like, so maybe if you want, you can draw a figure 8 maybe, but if it's at any point this is too much for the wrists, feel free to just stay in the more traditional tabletop position. And it's always an opportunity to check with your body and not to be attached to any expectations, any visuals, anything that you see from me, or if we were in a room with other people, with what you see with that other people are doing. And then when you're ready, we'll go to downward facing dog. Hopefully that's okay for you with the wrists. Otherwise, just staying where you are in child's pose. And then bending the knees one at a time. And then from here, deep inhaling down in down dog. And deep exhale, relaxing the neck, maybe shaking the head yes and no. And when you're ready, heels high, bend your knees, look up towards your hands, and walk very slowly to the top of the mat. Bend your knees and catch opposite elbows. Move from side to side. As the crown of the head is pointing down heavily. Move the weight even more towards your toes. Yeah, very nice adjustments. Shake the head yes and no. And then release the grasp of the hands. And heel toe your feet together. Toes are touching, and heels as well, and knees as well. Bend your knees a lot. Rise up one vertebra at a time. The head comes last. Inhale, arms out and up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to prayer at your chest. Closing the eyes for a moment. And just be here, be present with your body. Bringing the awareness to the soles of your feet. Just noticing maybe micro movements that the body is doing, especially if we have the eyes closed, to understand, to balance basically, and to see which muscles we should engage to be stable without any points of reference, or at least any visual points of reference. And when you're ready, opening the eyes, sweep your arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. And swan dive, opening the arms, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's first do some halves, some salutations, so no chaturangas. And just following me, inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to standing, hands together. And then folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. And then fold. And rising up as you inhale. This time, just stopping in upward salute. So with the hands together like we did before, closing the eyes one more time. And just maybe bringing the attention this time to the muscles on your face, in your face. To see if you have any tensions there, or if you have any tensions down in the muscles of your shoulders, and see if you can relax those muscles here. And then slowly opening the eyes, and then sweep your arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Swan dive, opening the arms, folding over your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale, plant your palms, step it back, high plank. Feeling strong. And this time we'll go for knees, chest, and chin. So in 3 steps, we go down to the mat. We press the tops of the feet down. We go to baby cobra. So we engage the glutes. We press with the top of the feet a lot. We open the chest so that maybe we're able to hover the hands of the floor, but we don't need to go crazy high. Very nice. And then we plant the palms to go back towards child's pose, but we go to downward facing dog. So sending the hips up and back. Deep inhale where you are. And maybe bending the knees. And then after a few movements and adjustment, finding your stillness in your downward facing dog. Sending the shoulders down towards your low back. Very nice. And then bending the knees a lot, heels high, traveling to the top of your space. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale to fold. We'll go out all the way, so slowly rounding the spine, the head comes last. And we know this sequence, this sun salutation A. And you're welcome to do the knees, chest, and chin to go down or go all the way to chaturanga. But I'd like you for today to try a few things that are in line with this theme of non-attachments. So we'll try and do it with our eyes closed first, so that we are we're not attached to the visual cues. And we just focus on the sensations in the body. So when you're ready, closing the eyes. Obviously, you can open them as you need, or if you're scared, or if you don't have much space. So don't harm yourself. But let's try it if you can. So inhale, with the eyes closed, open your arms out and up towards the ceiling. And exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, planting your palms, step to high plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin, or otherwise hold the chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog if you prefer. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhaling, opening the eyes this time. And then we'll come to the top of your space. Taking it slow. Feet together. Stay in forward fold for a moment. Either grabbing the elbows or otherwise maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back. And straightening the arms. And wherever you are, just relaxing the neck. And then release and a grasp of the hands or fingers, coming slowly up to your standing pose, mountain pose. So really engaging the inner thighs and the glutes, and sending the shoulders down away from the ears. We'll try one more version of non-attachment sun salutation A. This time, I won't cue the positions. I'll just cue inhale and exhale. You just know when we are opening the chest in cobra or upward facing dog, we are inhaling. When we do closing positions like uttanasana forward fold, and we are usually exhaling. So just as a guideline, but if one is different, yeah, if it's not like perfect, it's fine. Also, it should feel, there is no perfection, it should feel good. So just moving with the breath. So, and you're welcome to take the eyes, to have the eyes open for this one now. So when you're ready, inhaling, then inhale up. I shouldn't keep. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We are in downward facing dog. Taking one round of breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Relaxing the neck, pushing the floor away. And when you're ready, heels high, bend your knees, look towards the top of the mat and move there. Relaxing in Uttanasana, forward fold, heel toe your feet together if they're not there yet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine, and exhale, fold. We're coming up to upward salute, so hands to prayer at your chest in a standing position. We'll do it one more time, and you're welcome to do, I'm just checking the time, and you're welcome to combine both. So maybe this time I'll do the same. So I will cue with the inhale and exhale only, and maybe this time you can also close the eyes as we did before. So when you're ready, taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. And we'll start. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Few rounds of breaths here in down dog. Keeping your ujjayi breathing. And maybe staying with the eyes closed or closing them if they're not. And just focus on the sensation, on your breath, maybe on your mind as well. Is your mind wandering? Is your mind calmer because you're focusing on your body, your sensations only, or is it like questioning and judging and moving around? And that's perfectly normal for minds to be creative. And dropping the knees, child's pose. It is normal for the mind to be creative, to jump around, to be like little monkeys. But we can give the mind some points of attention. And that's what we do with yoga. We give the mind points of focus to focus on the body with the movements and to focus on the breath. And we do that so that we can stay in the present moment. so that we can connect to where we are right now. We can let go of expectations and things that the mind may suggest. Maybe there is one pose or something that didn't work as the mind had planned, that looks a bit different. So can we work on this in terms of non-attachment? Can we free ourselves from all these expectations of how certain things should look like? Maybe sometimes we need to close the eyes to do it, and maybe then we can also do it with the eyes open. Maybe next time that we are in a class with people doing crazy poses, but that those poses don't work for us, maybe we can just remind ourselves of these learnings and come back to the sensation and how we feel. When you're ready, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, rising the right leg high, three-leg dog. Pointing the toes, so flexing the foot and the toes are pointing down. The weight is distributed to both hands, to both sides. When you're ready, bending the knee and sending the heel close to the buttock. And from here, shifting forward, knee towards the nose, and sweep it through. Preparing for Anjaneyasana, rising up. Finding your stability first. And then extension, finding the extension of the spine. And then rotate to the right side. So sending the right arm back and the left arm remains forward. Then the leg the back leg can be bent a bit to increase the stability. Maybe we stay here, maybe we go on the tiptoes of your front leg, just focusing on a point that's not moving. And maybe that's challenging, that's fine. Coming back up to with both arms and opening like a T, warrior two. Checking with your stability here as well, maybe with the hands as well. Sending the right hip down. And then from here, extending both legs, triangle pose. So shifting forward with the arm and allowing the right hand to be on the right shin, maybe stacking both shoulders. Very nice. And then coming back to warrior two. Frame the front knee, step it back, and coming back to downward facing dog. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Next inhale, left leg high. Flexing the foot and just noticing if the weight is on both arms, on both sides. And then bend the left knee, allowing the heel of the left foot to be close to the buttock. Shifting forward for high plank. Knee towards the nose and then sweep it through high crescent lunge. Just checking with your stability first, and maybe you can micro bend the back knee and then twisting to the left side. Sending the left arm back and then rising up. Again, facing the front knee. And from here, open your arms, warrior two. Facing the other side this time. And just first adjusting yourself. If you need your legs to be in a different position, to maybe widening the stand or shortening, just checking. And then when we're ready, we shift to triangle pose. So we send the hips back and the torso and the arms forward. We allow the left hand to be maybe on the shin. And we stack the shoulders. We can look up if that's okay with the neck, or otherwise looking down on the mat, looking forward wherever it's more comfortable. And then coming back to warrior two, frame the top foot, step it back, high plank, and downward facing dog. And when you're ready, bend your knees, heels high, traveling to the top of your mat. Now let's go for chair pose for a moment. Inhale, sitting down on the chair, engaging the inner thighs, the glutes. So basically imagine you have a pillow in between both legs, so, and you're squeezing it, or a balloon. Very nice. And then hands together, close on your chest, and then forward fold. We'll do it one more time, and we'll add some twisting. When you're ready, inhale, chair pose. Hands to prayer to your chest. Finding stability first, so just making sure your weight is on towards the heels and your spine is long, so maybe sending the tailbone down. And then from here, finding rotation, so twisting to the right side, and maybe we hook the elbow, but maybe not. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold, step it back, high plank, and downward facing dog. Or you can do the usual vinyasa, chaturangas if you'd like. I'm just keeping them for us today, given some injuries and some people like me coming back from illnesses. So deep inhale where you are, and exhale. And then when you're ready, inhale, right leg up to the sky, like we did before. Bending the knee, shifting forward with the knee close to the nose. Sweep it through, rising up, high crescent lunge. Inhale here, finding extension of your spine, stability, and then rotation, sending like we did before, the right hand back, arm back. And then maybe here we also we go for the prayer twist, so hands in prayer, and we maybe hook the elbow close to the thigh. If that's too much, you can also drop the knee down, and maybe that way you allow more rotation. And then when you're ready, taking your time, framing the top foot. Okay, step it back to downward facing dog. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Inhale, left leg high. We're going to the other side. And exhale, knee towards the nose. Sweep it through, high crescent lunge. Rising up. And twisting to the left side. And maybe staying here, or maybe hands to prayer once you found your stability. So shifting forward and allow the elbow to hook to the external side of the thigh. And again, just checking if you need to drop the back knee down or you prefer the previous variation. And wherever you are, release, frame the top foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Next inhale, we'll go to the top of your mat and prepare for child's pose. Yes, not child's pose. Oh my God, sorry. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale. And exhale. Twist to the left side. So we hook the elbow to the left side this time. And we repeat the sequence. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale to fold, step it back, and move to downward facing dog, or complete your chaturanga if you'd like to. Maybe find more sensation and openness. And I'll meet you in down dog. And from here, inhaling, right leg high. And exhale, sweep it through directly. So high crescent lunge, rising both arms up. And like we did before, twisting to the right side with the arms. And maybe from here we shift forward. We allow the elbow to hook, and then we press both palms together. And then we release, frame the top foot, step it back, downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, inhale, left leg high this time. And exhale, sweep it through. Rising all the way up, Anjaneyasana, high lunge. And then exhale, twisting to the left. Lots of twisting today. Maybe shifting forward, hooking the elbow, pressing both hands in prayer. Or maybe staying where you are. Maybe allowing the knee to touch the ground as you prefer. And framing the top foot, step it back, high plank, either lowering to low plank and doing all the chaturangas, or otherwise coming to a downward facing dog. And just one round of breath, and we'll repeat and combine some of the sequences and do a few changes when you're ready. So from down dog, walking to the top of your space, coming to a chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. And actually this time I'd like you to grab both, to grab the fingers with the opposite hand. Yeah, and then coming to a twist. So like in prayer twist, like here. And then we release. So we are grasping something and we release it, we let it go. Inhale, coming back to Utkatasana. And exhale to fold. We'll do it on the other side as well. Inhale, rising, Utkatasana, chair pose. And grabbing both fingers with the opposite hand, twisting to the left this time. Maybe hooking the elbow, maybe not, if that compromises with the stability or with the legs. The knees should be on the same line. And when you're ready, releasing the hands, opening the hands, and folding forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale to fold, step it back, high plank, either low plank, chin, chest, and knees, chest, and chin down, or otherwise meeting me in down dog. From down dog, inhale your right leg high up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through high crescent lunge, inhaling where you are. And same thing as before, so we twist. So we first find stability, extension, and rotation, grabbing the fingers with the other hand. We shift forward, maybe we hook the elbow, maybe not. And then here we open the arms. Ooh, lots of balance. And then we come up to this with both arms high. And we open your arms like a T, warrior two. Triangle pose when you're ready. Both legs together like we did at the beginning. And shifting forward, opening and releasing. When you're ready, bending the knees like in warrior two. Framing the top foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply, deep exhale. Next inhale, left leg high, and sweep it through, Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Inhale, and exhale, twist to the left. And when you're ready, move forward with your torso, maybe hooking the arm, the elbow, and then first catching the opposite fingers. And when you're ready, release and open both arms. Freedom from grasping. And then coming back up, high crescent lunge, open warrior two. Straightening both legs and shifting forward as your hips shift back, stacking the shoulders, triangle pose. One breath and coming back to warrior two, framing the front foot, step it back, down dog. Inhale where you are, and deep exhale. And then slowly walking yourself to the top of the mat. And sitting down towards your heels. And make your way down on the mat. And finding the space and the movements that you may need. So just taking any more poses if you need to do any forward fold bend or any more twisting. I'm just providing some options, but you know your body. So just feel free to choose for yourself, and I'll meet you in a supine pose very soon on the mat. And maybe we just need to stay here with the legs extended, or otherwise just checking with your body if maybe something else like grabbing the knees close to the chest may feel nice. Or maybe grabbing the internal side of both feet for this variation of happy baby. Maybe checking if that feels nice. Or maybe doing some more twists. Maybe that feels nice on your low back. And I'm saying feels nice a lot of time because it should feel nice and not miserable, or at least not all the time. And again, we should free ourselves from the expectations and the attachment to things that we already know or things that we had planned. So that we can appreciate the present moment and do what's best for us. And when you're ready, just finding your most comfortable position on the mat to stay in Shavasana for a few moments. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Start to deepen your breath. Know that you can stay there if you'd like. Or otherwise, if you need to come back, just do it slowly. Just first remind your body or signal your body that soon is time to come up, but not just yet. So just first bring small movements to your fingers, your toes, your feet. And take your time, and then maybe stretch or yawn or taking any other movements that intuitively feels good. And maybe start to bend the knees and drop them to one side. If that's comfortable, to find a like a pillow with one arm to drop your head on. And then using the top hand, just press yourself up, keeping the eyes closed, and find a comfortable seat. Coming back to where we started. Reminding ourselves of this thing that we practice on today: non-attachment, freedom from grasping, maybe objects, but maybe also ideas and plans and things that sometimes don't happen in exactly in the way that our mind would like to. And maybe there are opportunities there as well. And maybe not going to one deep yoga pose, maybe it's an opportunity not to get injured. Maybe maybe it feels better for our body as well. And we'll just close with one round of breath. When you're ready, deep inhale through the nose and open mouth, let it go out. Letting go and surrendering one more time. And when you're ready, just start to blink your eyes open, bringing the hands together close to your chest, maybe bowing forward to thank other people practicing with us. And I'll stop the recording in a moment.